Mr President, there were also other key significant opportunities missed by the government, I think, when bringing forward this bill and its electoral reforms, and I'd like to touch in on some of those. Just as the restoration of the House of Assembly back to a viable 35 MPs is long overdue, as the Premier said, so is the provision, I believe, of dedicated Tasmanian Aboriginal seats in this Parliament. The 2020 report of the House of Assembly Select Committee inquiry into the restoration of Assembly Bill presented 35 findings and 2 unanimous recommendations, remembering that that committee inquiry was a tripartite one. This bill before us delivers on the first of those unanimous recommendations, yet the second unanimous recommendation continues to be ignored, which called for, and I quote from that report, that a joint parliamentary inquiry be established in this term of Parliament to develop a preferred model that provides for dedicated seats for Tasmanian Aboriginal people in the Parliament. Mr President, while that preferred model may not have been identified and developed by this bill's timeframe, it's a shame that the recommended joint parliamentary inquiry was not at least established concurrently to ensure that important and as equally overdue work could at least have commenced and be in progress. I recognise also that the Pathway to Truth-Telling and Treaty report has also required consultative processes to be established. However, I doubt a parliamentary inquiry exploring how best to provide for dedicated seats for our Tasmanian Aboriginal citizens would interfere with those other processes. If anything, I think an inquiry on that may help inform those other processes.
Mr President, was there an inquiry proposed? Is that what you're suggesting?
The recommendation from that...
Oh, the recommendation, but it wasn't moved in the Parliament to establish.
No, so while it was recommended by that previous inquiry, it was never taken up to and taken forward.
That was a while ago, though.
2019?
Yeah.
So again, that's why I'm speaking about it here as a missed opportunity, given we're progressing one of the 2 unanimous recommendations. That was the second unanimous recommendation from that tripartite committee, which we haven't taken the opportunity to progress in a meaningful fashion alongside this. So again, I'll ask the Leader whether she can provide an update on whether and how the government intends to progress the long overdue matter of resolving dedicated seats for Tasmanian Aboriginal people in this Parliament, just as an update.